having a dog.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Down to about the 37.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A solid stiff arm. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Here we go. 12, 12, 1, 5.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, at these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one. Not so.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
On third down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Bengals 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that corner because, as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Down inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Here we go. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will will score. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll get him down here at the 23. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an intercept. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in Cincinnati. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, we got to go score. Stop.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Throwing on second down, Burrow. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hey, DJ Moss.